We're here today on the farm of Kevin Murphy in Clonroche, County Wexford, and we're going to take a look at Kevin's dairy and dairy beef enterprise. So, look Kevin, I suppose I'll hand it over to you. Would you just give a brief introduction, I suppose, into your dairy and dairy beef enterprise here today?
Well, we're spring calving, we're dairy to beef. We normally start calving around the end of January. We calve right up to the first week in April. So the majority of the cows are all AI bred. The milk will be around 500 kgs milk solids per year, about 3/4 of a tonne of meal per cow.
Very good, Kevin. And I know you work very closely with your brother Ger here, who's a Progressive Genetics AI technician as well.
Yeah, well, Ger does all the AI for me, so he kind of helps out with the selection of what cows are suitable for breeding as well, and what cows are suitable for AI, like for replacement Friesians. And after that we kind of concentrate on what beef bulls we're going to use then on the remainder of the cows.
Very good. And look, Ger, I suppose just an introduction to yourself. I suppose you've been working with Progressive Genetics for around about 30 years now. So can you just explain to us a small bit about, I suppose, the changes you see in the dairy and dairy beef over the last number of years?
I'd say going on the last 5 years roughly, there's probably big changes because of the fact that there's sex semen coming into play. And also farmers are probably more conscious of the sub-index now of beef bulls, and they're looking at it when they go sell their animals, they're worth more, obviously. And also they're not actually picking every cow for Friesian anymore. It's kind of they're picking their best from their nickel cordon, obviously, first of all, and they're putting their beef straws in cows from day one, so they can sell calves in, say, early February to the March or whatever. So there are big changes in the last, say, 5 years.
I suppose just moving on then, Kevin, so I suppose in general, how has calving 2025 been for you? Has it been a success?
Yeah, no, they went well. We've been using Blues and Charlies and Continentals, a few Cementals there. We have no issue with any of them calving. We kind of pick the cow to the bull kind of that way, how we think is suitable for certain bulls. But no, we've had very good calving so far, very easy.
You've used sex semen on your heifers?
We use sex semen on all our Friesian heifers, which are suitable for breeding again. And we use some sex semen on a few of the better cows, and we've used a small bit of normal AI Friesian as well. So we have enough of replacement heifers with what Friesians we use. Like we probably have a little bit more than what we need, really, in fairness, but the rest is all Continentals then after that, like on the rest of the cows.
Exactly, and I suppose that in turn allows you to have, I suppose, more dairy beef calves on farm and maximise the value then of your calf crop, I suppose.
Yes, we can use a lot more Continentals then, because we know we've used Continentals on second harvest last year, which might have been smaller cows, and we've had no issue with them calving down. So
that's brilliant. I know, Ger, that's probably where you come in then, I suppose. It's pretty much all Continental used on the dairy cows here on farm, but I suppose you're watching closely bulls, especially in maybe the Belgian Blues, that are more easy calving for the smaller type cows, and then you're probably pushing the boat out with maybe some of our Charlies and stronger Belgian Blues and the more mature third, fourth lactation cows.
Yeah, it's pretty much so, because not every cow suits every bull, and that's probably the advantage of having AI. There's such a big, massive gene pool of bulls there now for every breed, basically, that you can pick what bull you want for your cow. Whereas if you have a stock bull, he'll cover everything, and he might not suit every cow.
Very good. Look, and I suppose it's clear to see, having a look at some of the reports earlier too, it's very evident to see, I suppose, the careful selection, how it's working on farm, because looking at the commercial beef value of your calves, it's at €144 in the top 8% nationally. So again, it's brilliant results from that careful selection of them Continental breeds.
Yeah, very much so, very much so. And I think farmers in general are probably, like the really good farmers that are buying these calves in the marts are buying them out of farmers' yards. They're looking at the farmer in question and they're saying, your man uses AI, they're probably the calves they probably should be buying, because they know down the road this animal's might be worth more in the factory.
And I suppose, Kevin, on your end of things then, these high CBV calves, I know you finish 80 to 100 cattle each year and you sell a number of calves off farm too, so these high index, you're seeing, I suppose, the benefit on the ground because you're actually finishing them yourself too. You're seeing the performance of these higher CBV calves as well.
Yeah, well, we're finishing them anywhere from, say, 22 months up to 26 months, the majority of them, and they're all coming back grade, and they're coming back with a kind of a good grade. Like a lot of them are coming back as all grade, and obviously we get some use on some of the blues. but we're very happy with the carcass we have them as well. Like they're now for their age, like they're turning into nice little cattle, like, so that's what it was.
Exactly. And you're kind of finishing your beef continental bullocks at around 25 months of age, and then the heifers kind of at around about 24 months of age.
24 months of age, yeah. And the carcass is like it's anywhere from averaging around, I suppose, anywhere from 330 to 350. That's sort of the carcass weigh on the average on between one with the other, like between the heifers and bullocks. Like,
yeah, I think looking at it, I think it was around 365. The bulls averaging around the 340-ish mark for the heifer. So that's exceptional performance too. And
yeah.
I suppose a small bit about, I suppose, the benefit, I suppose, of good calf quality for the customers that you're selling the calves, and that repeat customer, I suppose that's another very important piece to you too.
Well, with irrigation there for the last couple of years, it's kind of hard to know how many animals you're going to end up allowing to hold on to. Like, you know, it was all kind of still is kind of. So last year we sold some Continentals from the yard here, and those same people come back looking for those calves again this year. On, like, you know, we have repeat customers. If they're there, if we haven't to sell, they're happy enough to buy them. That's what I like.
Exactly, and I know you're linked up with Chagas Johnstown Castle too for their research farm too, and they're coming in buying, I suppose, dairy beef calves, and I suppose that's just a testament to the NCBC sires too and the quality of the calves on the ground.
Yeah, well, they've bought calves off us for the last couple of years there, and they're happy enough with the calves they buy. And I was like that, they want those straws with those blue or the Continentals that have those figures, so they can bring it on to prove that they are doing what they're actually meant to do. Like, that's
they kind of want them kind of higher beast of index bulls, around 140 plus kind of high carcass weight. So exactly, yes. And you're taking that box here, which is very important.